Some people just don't want love. They want escape. A lot of people think that relationship will heal their loneliness, will heal their pain, will fix our insecurity or give us purpose. But eventually you will realize that only another person can support you, but not completely save you. I'm the type of guy who believes that love and relationships can change us for the better or for the worse, because relationships and love define your life. They can change your life. They can change the direction on which you're heading depending on which partner you are with in a relationship. But a lot of people nowadays, a lot of low tier people think that having a relationship or finding love will actually save them or will actually finally give them meaning towards their lives. They think that they need a partner to save them from their pain or from their misery or from their mediocrity, when that isn't the case at all. I keep talking about these kinds of stuff like relationships nowadays and how modern relationships are actually failing because it's actually alerting and becoming more problematic, because a lot of people are getting depressed, a lot of people are getting heartbroken, and a lot of people are becoming lonely. So that's why I love to keep repeating and talking about these stuff, so that my message and my thoughts and ideas can actually spread through other people, so that they can learn, so that they can navigate relationships and themselves in a healthier way. And why do people actually look for relationships to save them? A lot of people want relationships because they fear being lonely, they fear being alone. They want the validation of other people as well. It's not common for us nowadays to get into a relationship just because we are lonely. A lot of people have a fear of becoming lonely nowadays because we fear being alone. We want to feel like we are valued. We want to feel like we matter to other people. So that's why we want to find relationships or hop into relationships that we can finally, not feel alone or feel like we value to someone else. But that isn't really the case at all. If you want to be in a relationship just because you feel lonely or escaping problems, you want a relationship just for those kinds of purpose, it's gonna make your relationship more pressuring, and that's not actually love. You're just trying to fill the void that's part of you, and that you want a partner to fully save you from your misery. Partners can never fill voids, man. Partners can never fully save you. They can only accept you, they can only support you, and they can only love you for who you are if they're willing to. But since you're nothing, what will they actually love you for? And besides, that void of yours will make you feel like their love was never enough. You'll make them feel like they are being pressured to love you, because you feel like the love and the acceptance and the warmth that they are giving you is not enough, because you chase those things, and those things are only external and temporary. You shouldn't be making your partner or your relationship the center of your life. It should be an addition to your life once you've already built the life that you want or are building towards something. That's why you should never put relationships as the goal or as the end goal of life. Never depend on love to save your life. Never depend on relationships to give you purpose. Never depend on the love and the validation of other people just so you will feel finally fulfilled again, or you will become purposeful, or your life will have meaning again. It's actually the opposite. If you're actually chasing relationships for that relationship will just be fragile and it will break. You're not actually wanting to build a real connection. You just want to satisfy the void that's been in your heart because of some experience that happened to you along in your life. When you depend on love too much, when you depend on relationship too much, you lose your identity, and your mood depends on the other person, and you become more emotionally dependent as well. You depend on another person, and instead of depending on yourself, you lose the skill to become independent when solving your own problems. You lose the ability to rely on yourself, and you also lose the identity of yourself, because your identity is now tied to that relationship instead of a big purpose that you could have been chasing. You lose your identity, you lose yourself when you depend on love too much, or when you depend on your relationship too much. And once that relationship is gone, your identity is also gonna be gone. You're nothing, because your whole identity is that whole relationship. And when that is destroyed, you get heartbroken. That's why a lot of people nowadays, when they lose their partner, or when the relationship changes or ends, they get heartbroken and they feel like a husk of themselves, quote unquote, empty inside, because that relationship was tied to their whole identity. And now that relationship is destroyed or gone, now they feel like they're heartbroken. Now they feel like they're empty, because they tie their relationship to their lives. They treat it as their whole lives. That's why a whole part of them is gone when that relationship they keep depending on for their whole life ends. Healthy relationships support growth, but they don't replace it. The truth about healthy relationships is that they support growth, but they don't replace it. I've said this earlier, that having the right partner can support your growth. Having a right partner or having a good relationship can change your life, can help you grow. It can even help you change your own character and divert your direction in your life from bad to good. I believe that having a partner can save us, but we should never rely on them. We should rely on them for their support that they give us, but we should never tie our identity and our life to them, because two incomplete people cannot permanently complete each other. Relationships are like a contract. You have to help each other. You have to help each other through the tough times. You have to support each other with their goals, and you equally have to give in return the love and the effort that you're trying to build in the relationship. Love works better when both people have already direction or meaning towards their lives. That's where they can actually provide support to each other. That's where they can rely on each other when hard times come, because successful and healthy relationships have the grit and the discipline to overcome through the hard times while staying loyal and committed with your partner. You can grow in a relationship, but you should never make that relationship your life. It should be part of your life, but not your reason to live. What actually saves you? Relationships don't save you. You shouldn't be making your relationship the whole part of your life. You should actually get into topics like self respect, purpose, discipline. You should be with your friends, family, and helping your community, learning how to be alone, and building a life that you are proud of. You should be chasing something that you want in your life. You should be chasing a goal. You should be chasing a purpose that actually gives meaning to your life, a purpose that actually helps other people and helps you level up. There are other more important pillars of life and self improvement that you should be focusing on aside from a relationship. You should also learn how to actually be alone so that you will know what you want in your partner. So you should dive deep into topics like self-respect, your own purpose, your discipline, your family, your social life, learning how to be alone, and improving yourself, because those are the things that will actually get you ahead in life, and those are the things that will actually make significant impact to your growth and into your life. Being alone is uncomfortable because it forces you to meet yourself. So what I mean by this is that instead of chasing a relationship, you should be alone for a while or for now, because it actually forces you to meet yourself. After enough time, you actually get a grasp of what you actually are as a person. Like, I've did a challenge where I haven't been using my phone, and all I did was focusing on my hobbies, like creating YouTube videos and a bit of gaming and watching anime. But those are instant gratification hobbies. But I also do basketball, I also do exercise, I do run, I read books, and I'm actually motivated to try more things because all I did was being alone. No one was stopping me. I had the freedom to do all these things, and I have all the freedom to lock in on things without having a partner that restricts me and takes away my freedom. That's why you have to be alone for now. That's why it's okay to be alone, because you can have a lot of freedom and it forces you to meet yourself. You have a lot of freedom to do whatever you want, and that freedom alone can give you the answer to who you actually are and what you want in life. The version of you that needs saving can't be hidden forever behind another person. Relationships are beautiful, love matters, and I agree that relationships are an important pillar of life, but expecting another person to heal everything creates pressure and disappointment. The healthiest love comes when two people choose each other, but not when one person needs the other to survive. If you've been learning something from this video, please like and subscribe so that not only will you not miss out on healthy, intriguing topics like these, but it will also recommend videos to the other people who will need it the most. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching.